Lesson 7. The Key to Communication Success. Primary Principles for Success. Greetings, and welcome back. We're at the midway point of this captivating learning pack on communicating for influence. Although the title of this session might seem rather technical, we assure you it's just as thrilling as the influencing through storytelling lesson. At the beginning of this course, we discussed how communication is hardwired into our DNA. Millions of years ago, our ancestors communicated through gestures and sounds. Over time, we honed our skills at detecting certain cues and activating our metaphorical spidery senses. However, in today's world, our senses are bombarded with endless stimuli, making it challenging to tap into our instincts. Nonetheless, understanding and leveraging these instincts remains crucial for effective communication. Paul Grice, a renowned British philosopher of language, developed 4 maxims of communication. He suggested that we inherently follow these principles to facilitate conversations and enhance communication efficacy. These 4 primary maxims are quality, quantity, relevance, and manner. First and foremost, effective communication must be of high quality. Humans are naturally inclined to seek the truth. Have you ever conversed with someone who appeared pleasant, but something about them felt amiss? You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but your intuition was telling you that something was off. Intuition is often perceived as something supernatural or unprovable. But in reality, our intuition is guided by subtle cues that our subconscious mind detects, things we might not consciously recognize as suspicious in the moment. Research indicates that when people lie, they tend to say as little as possible, justify their statements, slow down their stories, and repeat questions. These cues can be so subtle that your conscious mind, the one attempting to process and respond, may not pick up on them. However, your subconscious mind, which draws upon millions of years of experience and instinct, sends you warning signals. When you're communicating with someone and not being truthful, they may not immediately realize it, but it will make them wary of you. It's nearly impossible to influence others when you come across as disingenuous. Infamous dictators such as Hitler, Osama bin Laden, and Kim Jong-un genuinely believed their own twisted ideologies. People weren't repelled by them because they appeared genuine and truthful, at least in alignment with their own beliefs. These individuals were undoubtedly insane, and insanity often entails believing one's own deranged ideas. Consequently, if you aspire to communicate for influence, you must deliver high-quality, authentic conversations. The second principle is quantity. This doesn't mean talking excessively or using more words than necessary. Rather, it's about conveying valuable information. People tend to respond more positively to those who provide new, useful information that enriches their lives or makes things more interesting. When you use filler words, your audience starts to tune out. We're biologically wired to seek relevance. Our brains organize knowledge to conserve memory space. If we encounter information unrelated to what we already know, we must decide whether to retain that information and create space for it or not. This brings us to the 4th principle, manner. We are innately programmed to detect mannerisms. As we've mentioned before, words only constitute a small part of effective communication. Complicated words that aren't part of everyday language cannot compete with clear, straightforward communication. In the grand scheme of human evolution, words and language are relatively new developments. Research suggests that focusing too much on wording can prevent us from learning, as we become overly preoccupied with the phrasing and lose sight of the bigger picture. Definitions evolve, so when delivering a message, it's crucial not to complicate matters with complex language. Your message should be relevant, clear, and centered around a theme that you can build upon. Make it easily digestible for everyone, both those you know well and those you're just getting acquainted with. Incorporating convoluted verbiage can transform a straightforward passage into a perplexing and superfluous jumble of words, which is something we want to avoid. Your audience's brain shouldn't have to work overtime to decipher your meaning simply because you decided to consult a thesaurus. People will appreciate you and your message more, and they'll become more engaged when you make an effort to be clear and concise. In fact, if someone can't explain their message in simple terms, they probably don't fully understand it themselves, and that's not an effective approach to communication. In addition to Paul Grice's 4 primary communication principles, communications expert Danielle King offers another set of 4 essential principles. These will be the focus of our next session, where we'll delve deeper into the art of storytelling as a means of influence. Until then, take care and continue to refine your communication skills to better connect with and influence those around you. By combining the wisdom of our ancient communication instincts with modern techniques, you can create powerful and compelling conversations that leave a lasting impact.